one subscriber, bro. But I'm cooked. It's because I don't post, but that's simply because I didn't feel like it. Okay, so why am I here today? I was gifted this box set of card. This random box set of card. Riftbound League of Legends trading card game. Everything needs to be a card game, man. Isn't that ridiculous? But, you know, I love Arcane. I hate League of Legends. I've played League of Legends a total of once before, and it fucking sucks. So I'm never going to do that again. However, I do love Arcane. I play Valorant, so Riot Games, Hytale is coming out soon. We're gonna be playing Hytale on the channel. This is gonna be awesome. But today it's Riftbound. Never heard of this, by the way. I'm very grateful for this gift, and I am excited to see if I get any cool-looking cards. This is the equivalent to the Dragon Ball series card game for me, where it's basically just, I look for the coolest looking cards. I have no idea of the value or anything else about it. But you know what I do know? I do know Pokemon rarity. No, I really don't know that either. I have a ton of videos I've recorded about cards, but I haven't posted those. I get a lot of issues with those. It's kind of a double-edged sword. I either, wow, would you look at that? We got the Arcane Jinx card. Wow, would you look at that? We got the Arcane Jinx card. Wow, would you look at that? We got the Arcade Jinx card. Wow. Would you look at that? We got the Arcane Jinx card, guys. This is I'm losing my mind. I genuinely have no idea what this is, but Magic the Gathering, I have a lot of those cards. Why? I planned on getting into it, and then of course, as always, life happened, and I still have yet to play a single game. What is this? Is this a card holder? Is this a card holder? I think this is a card deck holder. Oh my god, it is. This is... okay, wow. Let me try and mantle this box. Well, this is a lot harder than it looks, I guess. My entire hand is in the box. Pleasure to meet you. Hey, I'm walking here, man. I'm walking here. Can I just say that I'm walking here? What the hell, man? Okay. Well, we got this box to fucking put the cards that I have no idea what they mean in. This literally fills the whole thing, so obviously this is just random bullshit that doesn't need to go in there. This is what we're here for, though. Whatever. This is what we're here for. A singular, beautiful pack. Wait, what is this? A book? Is this the player mat? Is this a paper player mat? Oh my god, it is. Wow, that's awesome. So is this everything that I need to get started? Because it does say that this is a champion deck, so listen, I wasn't expecting 4 packs, I wasn't expecting 9 packs, I wasn't expecting a specific quantity, but I was not expecting 1 pack. Listen, I'm about to open this, man, and it's about to be, damn, this is a 14 plus card game. I genuinely don't understand how that's reality. also do have the actual instruction manual. The goal of the game, Riftbound, is a trading card game for 2 to 4 players, where you join forces with your favorite League of Legends champions. Play out your army and conquer the battlefields of Runeterra to win. Each battlefield you take with your units scores 1 point, and each turn you hold one earns you 1 more. The first to 8 points wins. So there's 8 parts. There's parts of a deck. Bro, I might actually be this fucking lexic, dude. Okay, parts of a deck. To play Riftbound, you need a deck. Fuck. Pre-constructed decks are a good place to start. I think I might be in luck. Your deck has a number of components. The first is a champion legend. This special card determines what champion you're teaming up with and which domains you can play in your deck. It starts in your legend zone. Battlefields. These horizontally laid out cards represent locations in Runeterra. Dude, it's literally the word rune in Terra, R-U-N-E. I keep trying to say Runeterra. Dyslexia is not a joke. Runeterra. That you and your opponents will fight over. This deck includes 3 battlefield cards. Shit, man. Battlefield 6 ain't doing that well. Battlefields, these horizontally laid out cards represent locations on Runeterra that you and your opponents... Okay, I just reread the same fucking point, dude. The same bullet point, I just reread it. Jeez, 12 rune deck cards. There are runes you'll use to pay costs during the game. You need exactly 12 runes in any combination of the domains of your champion legend. This deck uses an even split 6 and 6, which is always a good place to start. That's good to know. 40 main deck cards. These are the units and spells that you'll play during the game. One of these is your chosen champion, which goes into your champion zone alongside your legend. Shuffle the remaining 39 cards to become your starting main deck. Okay, there's a few pages to this, but I'm not gonna really get to that first. I just want to read a little bit of it. I'm gonna open this deck of cards, and we're gonna hope that we're gonna get the most craziest cards out of this. You know, in reality, if you've opened any deck of cards, if you buy a preset made deck like this one, depends on the card, like franchise. Yo, this shit's about to have dookie fart poop in it, bruh. Okay, okay. I completely destroyed this. I simply just wanted to open it, yo. Okay. So there's a QR code. I'm keeping that for myself. Get fucking cooked. Alright, we have a Sprite call. Alright. Find your center. Blazing Scorcher. Pit Crew. Rebuke. Okay. Forge the Future. Okay. Doom Drake. Alright. We got the Grand Plaza as a location, guys. Grand Plaza is a location, guys. Wow. Noxus Saboteur. Alright. Scrap Heap. Alright. What else? Whoa. We got cool cards in this bitch. What the fuck? Falling Comet. Alright. Lee Sin. Dude. We got Lee fucking Sin. this guy, look, my camera's being a bitch, bruh. We got Lee Sin. Holy fuck. We got Echo. Dude. The boy who ran through time, my goat. Arcane Season 2. Honestly, top 2 character, Echo. What the fuck is a body rune? Alright, man. We got some fucking... Alright. Putting the cards in the holder. Alright, that's trash. Where's the... Yeah. I'll put these in here too. I guess it's actually the perfect size, huh? Is it the perfect... Wow. Look at that. I'm not even gonna bother opening that because I have no idea what it's supposed to have. But it has Jinx, which is another top 2 character from Arcane. We got this fully closed. Let's put her there. We have this playmat. Let me get this trash out of the way. Alright. Let me get this trash out of the way. Got this single card for myself later, and then alright. I guess we can get back to reading. If anyone has any fucking objections, please just don't leave the video, I guess. I don't know. Alright, your chosen champion is a champion unit that matches your champion legend. It starts in your main deck, but is put in the champion zone before the game. You can choose any champion unit whose tag matches your champion legend. Your main deck can have a maximum of 3 copies of each card, including your chosen champion. Including the fucking chosen. I can have 3 Jinxes run around. Imagine if Jinx was a fucking triplet, dude. We got Jinx 1, Jinx 2, and Jinx 3. Like, thing 1, thing 2, thing 3. Bro, get the fuck out of here, man. Your champion legend. Your chosen champion legend and signature cards often point to a particular strategy. Like playing lots of units or discarding cards. Your other main deck cards and even your battlefields can help support this strategy. Do you think the appeal to card games is first the card and then the game, or is it the game and then the card? The world may genuinely never fucking know. Anyways, alright. Key game terms. Card. This refers to the card in your main deck. Are we fucking... Alright, man. It doesn't include legend, runes, battlefields, or tokens. Ready. This card or rune is upright and ready to be used. Listen, we don't use anything. We ascertain whatever. Card runes and legends exhaust to turn sideways. To move or use abilities, they cannot exhaust again until ready. So that's what exhaust means. Recycle, okay. I like recycling, go green. To put a card or rune, put a card or rune on the bottom of the appropriate deck. Okay, and then one. You recycle it. Channel. Take the top runes of your deck. Take the top rune or runes of your rune deck and put them on the board. You channel 2 runes at the start of each turn, and spells and abilities may tell you to channel at other times. Token. Token are units that are created during play instead of starting in your deck. You can use printed tokens to represent them, but don't worry if you run out. space, your base where you'll keep your units that aren't at battlefields, your runes which you'll channel from your rune deck, your trash where your cards go, and when they are discarded or killed, you can't fucking kill a card. It's a piece of paper. Starting the game, okay, now we're talking. I've been interested as to how this game specifically producially begins. You've already selected one battlefield for each player. See, setting up the game. We just went through that. Now determine the starting player by shuffling the selected battlefields and choosing one at random, okay? Then what? Then what do I do? The battlefield's owner goes first. Hey, that's me. Then return the battlefield to the battlefield zone. The arrangements doesn't matter. With 4 players, remove the battlefield owned by the player going first. So there are only 3 battlefields. Wow. Each player draws 4 cards from their main deck. From their main deck. From their main deck. Tectonic plates. Have I ever talked about the idea of tectonic plates? No. So the concept basically goes, you got large pieces of crust, earth crust on the mantle. And the mantle is very ooey and gooey and viscous and liquidy. And it's moving, and then when it's moving, the crust is moving, but the crust is crust. What's gonna happen to crust? It's gonna crack, and then when it cracks, it's like, and then it's just moving around and crashing, and then look, you got a mountain. Alright. Before the game begins, you may take up to 1 mulligan. Choose up to 2 cards to recycle. Place face down on the bottom of your deck, then draw that many. The last player plays an extra rune on their first turn, presumably because they went last. With 4 players, the first player also skips drawing a card on their first turn, presumably because they're going first. Some of these rules are modified in different game modes. See modes of play. Oh god, I swear to god, if I flip this paper and it says modes of play, I'm about to crash out. It doesn't. Playing cards. Playing a card requires runes. On the top left on each card displays its cost. Costs have 2 components, although not all cards require both of them. Energy cost appears as a number. It appears the number of runes you must exhaust. Turn sideways to pay the cost. Some cards cost 0 energy. Power cost appears as symbols. It represents the number and type of runes you must recycle. Put on the bottom of your deck to pay the cost. You must recycle 1 rune of the appropriate domain for each symbol. You can recycle exhausted runes to pay this cost, including the same runes you exhausted, to pay the energy cost. Some cards don't have a power cost. Wow, this is some interesting stuff, I can't lie. To be honest, I still have no idea what the fuck it's talking about, but that's fine. Types of main deck cards. You have units. Units are played exhausted on your turn, either to your base or to a battlefield you control. Champions are units. A unit with damage on it equal to or greater than its might is killed and put in the fucking trash. Spells. Spells do what they say they do. Then they go in the trash. They're never on the board, even if they affect things that are on the board. Gear are played, readied on your turn to your base. They don't move or attack, but have abilities that affect the game. Timing of spells and abilities. We're halfway done with the rules, by the way. You can normally play cards and activate abilities on your turn when there's no combat occurring and nothing else is being played. played, but some cards have keywords that allow them to place their abilities to be played at specific times. These keywords mostly appear on spells, but can also appear on units, gears, and abilities. Actions can be played on your turn as normal, but can also be played during showdowns, including during combat reaction. Every action has an opposite reaction. That's what Newton's law is. That's what Newton's third law is, actually. Every reaction has an equal but opposite reaction. The Count of Monte Cristo's opposite reaction was revenge. Did you know this? I don't believe you did. Reactions can be played on your turn or during showdowns, but can also be played before another spell or ability resolves. So the reaction resolves first. Add the abilities that add energy or power, like the innate abilities of runes, can't be reacted to. They happen fucking immediately. Phases of a turn. Start with your turn, A, B, C, D. Awaken. Ready your exhausted cards. Begin. Resolve your start of turn abilities. Score a point. Hold for each battlefield you control. Channel. Put the top 2 runes from your rune deck on the board. Draw 1 card from your main deck. Then, in any order, play the cards in your hand. Play your chosen champion. If they're in your champion zone, activate your abilities card. Activate your card's abilities. Activate your legend's abilities. Move 1 or more moves. One or more units to or from a battlefield, exhausting them. If you move to a battlefield with enemies, start combat. When you're done, your turn ends, bitch. Activate your card end of turn abilities. All units return to full health. Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Proceed to the next player's turn. Damn, this sounds like a 40-minute procedure. God damn. Steps of combat. After you move units to a battlefield occupied by an enemy, combat begins. Combat triggers. Resolve any when I defend abilities, then any when I attack abilities. It's a showdown. Involved player can play actions or cards hidden there. In a game with 3 or more players, only 2 players can be involved in combat, but either of them can invite other players to play actions as well. Actions and reactions. Fight. Add up the might of your units present and distribute that much damage among the enemy units there, assigning lethal damage to 1 unit before going to the next. Deal damage. All damage is dealt simultaneously, and any units with damage greater than or equal to their might are killed. Then all units at all locations deal or damage. They heal any damage they have marked on them. Conquer or recall. If only attackers remain, the attacker conquers the battlefield and scores 1 singular point. Otherwise, any surviving attackers are sent back to the base. Send them to the ranch. Go to the ranch. Go back to the ranch. You're being sent to the ranch. First players to 8 points wins a game. The final point must be from holding at the start of your turn or by scoring all battlefields in a single turn. You gotta be built different to do that. Keywords alter what your card can do. Here's some common keywords. Accelerate. For a cost, this unit enters the board ready. Hidden. Play this card face down at a battlefield you control on your turn. Then reveal it during a later turn and play it for free. Maximum 1 hidden card per battlefield. So if you have all the battlefields, you win, but you can also place all the fucking hidden cards. Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Legion. Trigger an effect if you already have played another main deck card this turn. Assault. This unit has an additional might when attacking. Shield. This unit has additional might when defending. Tank. This unit takes combat damage first. Death recycle it. Additional rules. Deck size. Are you ready for the deck size? Are you ready for the deck size? When you get new cards, you can either replace cards in your main deck or add new ones. Going above the minimum deck size, it's usually better to keep your deck small. Hey, fucking yo, bro. And tournaments and events may require a main deck of exactly 40 cards. Stun. When an effect stuns a unit, the unit doesn't deal damage in the combat turn. Other effects may care about whether units are currently stunned. Stunning effect wears off at the end of the turn, no matter how many times a unit was stunned. Buffing a unit means giving it a buff, a marker that gives it +1 might. By default, each unit can have only one buff. Further buffs are ignored. Some cards let you spend a buff to get an effect. You can spend a buff on any of your units. Mighty. Some cards reward you for having mighty units. A might unit is mighty if its might is is 5 or greater. Modes of play. Riftbound supports multiple ways of playing with 2, 3, or 4 players. Remember that even in games with more than 2 players, only 2 players can have units on the same battlefield. The player who goes last always plays an extra rune on their first turn. 2-player modes, duel, 2 players. 2 players playing 1 game into an 8-point victory score. The default described in these rules match 2 players playing to the best of 3 games. All rules are the same as duel, except that during setup, each player chooses one of their 3 battlefields for the first game instead of selecting one randomly. For each subsequent game of the match, each player chooses one of their battlefields that hasn't been chosen yet this match. Modes with more than 2 players. Skirmish, 3-player free-for-all. There are 3 battlefields rather than 2, and the player who goes first skips drawing a card on the first turn. Or 4-player free-for-all, similar to the 3 version, but in addition to skipping their draw, the player who goes first also removes their starting battlefield. 2v2 teams on a 2v2, 2-on-2 game mode. Played to a combined 11 points by one team, as in war, with the first player skips their draw and discards their starting battlefield. Allies don't share fucking cards, resources, or any control, but their units and other cards are friendly to one another. In other words, they can start families and have babies. For example, a card says, ready a friendly unit could ready your own unit or your ally's unit. Your opponent's turns come between you and your allies. You can either sit across from your ally. You can either sit across from your ally and pass turns clockwise as usual, or sit next to your ally, but pass turns across the table. This is a very intricate diagram for that. For example, if players A and C are allies and players B and D are allies, you can either sit either of the ways shown above. Passing across the table may feel a little weird, but it's nice to sit next to your ally. Next steps. I really need a new gun, but don't sell my other guns. Want to make a bigger explosion? These powerful cards found in the Riftbound Origins booster. This is a fucking advertisement, dude. Wow. Interesting. I don't think I'm ever going to play this game. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like on this video. If you didn't, tell me what I can do to improve it. and I hope you all have a fantastic day.